Hi, Phil.
Hey.
Hi, Emily.
Hi, Mai.
Yeah. When you come to Dreamland, you take your shoes off for the cleansing ceremony.
My name is Dan Wells, and I'm a junior at the University of Minnesota studying genetics and Spanish.
My name is Olivia Bershinger. I'm a junior at Augsburg College and I'm studying urban studies and sociology.
Hi, I'm Shannon, and I'm a student at the University of Minnesota studying urban studies and sociology.
My name is Brianna Wilson. I go to the University of Minnesota. I'm doing a self-design major called Social Policy and the Deconstruction of Race, Class, and Gender.
Hi, I'm Mackenzie. I go to school at St. Kate's and I'm studying sociology, and then I have minors in philosophy and critical studies of race and ethnicity.
Hey, my name is Mary Einspar. I'm a communication social justice major at the University of Minnesota Twin Cities.
Hi, my name is Kelly. I go to the University of Minnesota and I study public health, English, and social justice.
Hi, my name is Nicole. I'm a junior sociology major at Augustana College.
Hi, I'm Mai, and I go to Augsburg, and I'm a sociology major.
Hi, I'm Teresa. I'm at the University of Minnesota, family social science major.
I'm Joel. I'm also a family social science major because that's what cool people do.
To me, HECUA is more than just an education program. I think it's really about empowering youth and empowering young people and people in college who have a desire to address issues of social injustices that are happening in our nation and even in our world, and it educates us on what we can do and what is already happening to help and to make a difference in people's lives that don't have a voice and aren't heard.
Brings together a lot of students who are looking to make big changes of social change, whether it is within the Twin Cities, in their communities, in the world.
Looking at why people are poor. I think that's the biggest question when HECUA says why is there inequality in America? They mean why is there economic inequality in America?
How all of the factors about our society and how it affects inequality and propagates it in our society, and how there's all these structural and institutional barriers to people getting out of poverty, and we really focused on those barriers and how it is systemic and reproduced in our society.
We did units of housing and homelessness, welfare, oppressor identities, including all of the minority groups, things like that. And it's really a place to learn and grow for people who are passionate about social justice.
It's a lot more hands-on, off-campus learning, a lot more experience-based, a lot more involvement-based. Instead of reading through a textbook and saying this is the way things are, we come together, we do some reading and we discuss it, and we play off of each other's experiences and each other's previous knowledge, and we just learn from each other more than we learn from our book.
We do a lot of the times is actually go out and visit with actual activists and community organizers and see that. We also have people come visit us in our classroom, so it's not the same structure every single day. So for me, that's kind of the touchstone of HECUA is having that community engagement and actually seeing activists in action.
Not only are we learning in the classroom, but we're also going out and into the real world, and we're learning from people that are actually doing the work.
Along with our class time, 2 days a week, we also have internships, and those internships, everyone has a different internship, and so we're able to talk about it from, we're all doing different things, so it's really neat that we can all bring in our perspectives and what we're learning outside the class and relate it to our classwork.
I think we learned a lot about the economy and kind of how it's gotten to the point that it is now, and that's something that I didn't really know until this class, and so I think HECUA does a good job at kind of giving us information and statistics and knowledge on how we got to where we are today in our society, so that we can actually start having those conversations with other people who may not know, and gives us words and power to make change and action where we see that is needed.
Taking all the oppressive systems and showing how they intersect and allowing you to find your niche in social justice.
What I really took away from HECUA is how prevalent these inequalities are in American society, and how I really want to be a part of making a difference to change that and make our society a better one for everyone.
One of my favorite parts about this program was that we learned about the history of poverty and inequality, and we really saw where all of this has stemmed from and how it's continued to infect our society. And so that was one of my favorite parts about how we really looked at the whole picture and the whole aspects. And
that's the biggest question, is why do we have all of these structures? Why do we have a system that eats people up and like destroys us spiritually? Why do we continue to harm ourselves and each other? And why is it that we can't see what we're doing?
I'd say every time we come to class, I'd have some sort of an aha moment, especially if in regards to issues that I haven't, heard about. I mean, there are things that you don't realize, and I think that those are the main aha moments.
Before this program, I came into it and I said that I wanted to be changed and that I wanted to get some more out of it. And I think what I've realized after all this time is that what needs to change first of all is myself and my thoughts and my lens, because we all have these lens of what we think of people and what we think of this whole society. And so what needs to change first is me. And I think that by doing that, I was able to get so much more out of this experience. And I just love all my classmates, and I love this whole semester. This semester was just so amazing.
I think my biggest thing was just how every day I was able to apply what we learned in class to my internship at Catholic Charities. There was always something that I could relate, and then either bring the experience from the internship back to class or my class to the internship, and just that kind of connection that I feel like you would never get at an institution or in a regular classroom, and how they really draw upon those experiences and encourage you to use those, not only in this semester but once you're done with class. Just the amount of attention they devote to your experience and what you can do with it is something that's unseen in a college classroom. I've been able to take my passion for the prison industrial complex and been able to articulate how all the systems, welfare, education have affected and perpetuated the prison industrial complex.
If you would have asked me 4 months ago what I was going to do with my life, I would have said something like, I want to work with housing and I want to help people who struggle getting housing find housing or find jobs. Right now I'm on a pre-law track and I want to be a legislator and I want to represent people on a statewide basis and maybe even a national basis on social justice issues that are really important to not only me but to the people I represent.
The biggest aha moment of this semester was when I was at my internship. I interned with Cycles for Change, which is a nonprofit bike shop, and I actually worked with their bike library program. And I went out and interviewed one of the patrons. His name is Glenn. He's 63 and he's just an amazing inspiration. And when we were talking, I just felt like I really understood what the point of the program was, and that is to connect with community members and really promote a love of cycling. And just talking with him over coffee and cookies, it was relationship building. And that was kind of the big aha moment, was that with HECUA and in life in general, the biggest thing you can do is to be present with somebody and hear their story.
One big thing that I took away personally was that how I was told, or how happiness was defined for me growing up, is not how I wanted to find happiness. Basing success on the size of house that I own or how many cars I own or things like that. That's not happiness to me. Happiness to me is, as cliche as it sounds, giving back more than I'm taking, and just kind of unlearning some of the injustices that I was taught growing up and just being a better citizen and neighbor.
So I just wanted to say that I have fallen in love with everybody in this program this semester. I really value people, and I really think that we all have something to offer this world. I just wish everybody the best with whatever they end up doing, and even though we all have different backgrounds, I think we all mean well, and I think now with what we've learned through HECUA, we can take that knowledge back into the community that we live in and do some good with it.
Shout out to Nikki Miller. She was the best supervisor at 180 Degrees. I've learned a lot and I'm excited to be continuing on with the organization. And also shout out to Angela Capon.
I want to give a big shout out and props to my supervisors, Rachel Betland, who is a America Cohort worker this semester at Neighborhood Health Store. And also I want to give thanks to Dr. Rashana Price-Izuk, who is the medical director, who let me work with her twice a week and be with her all day long and just get a really good feel about how medicine is practiced.
I just want to thank Beacon Interfaith Housing Collaborative for allowing myself and a previous HECUA student to participate in their organization. It's been a really good learning experience. And I also really want to thank Michael Dahl, my supervisor. So he's been a huge role model for our community with other interns, and I'm really thankful that I was able to be one of those interns, and hopefully I can show him proud in the future and just do something that can represent all of his work too.
So I interned at the Cleveland Neighborhood Association, which is on the north side. So shout out to the north side. I got to learn a lot about North Minneapolis and the neighborhood that I kind of grew up in, but not really. A lot of things I learned, a lot of different processes that I didn't know about. So shout out to that experience, and hi, Ryan.
I want to give a shout out to Dakota Johnson, the organizing director of MPER. She was my supervisor. If you're watching, I had a great time working with you. Thanks for being a great supervisor. You're the best I've ever had, so thank you.
Okay, so I'd like to give a shout out to my supervisor, Marianne. She's super fantastic and really fun and kind of funky, and she's just really happy, and I really like her, and my internship in general at Cycles for Change. So thank you guys. It was great learning about bikes and just being present with you guys.
I want to give a big shout out to Works Progress and Shania and Colin and their little son of Mesa. Thank you for being so nice to me. Thank you for being so inviting. And it's been such a great experience, and you guys are awesome, and you guys do awesome things, and I'm so glad to have been a part of it. Thank you.
I want to give a shout out to Tracy Goodrich, my supervisor at Homeline. She helped the adjustment into not only into a totally new organization and into a totally new field of just nonprofit work, but also into Minneapolis and into Minnesota, and getting me comfortable and just teaching me different things. To all the staff at Homeline for making me feel welcome and making me feel part of the team and not just another intern. They treated me like a friend more than just a coworker, and it made the whole experience that much better.
Shout out to Derek Johnson, who's in Columbia right now on vacation, and I'm definitely jealous of that. Thanks for working so closely with me over the semester, and I had a lot of fun over at Jane Addams, and I will come visit you guys whenever I have time.
I interned this semester at organizing an apprenticeship project with Vina K. I just want to say thank you, Vina, for all of the opportunity you've given me. It was a great experience, and I've learned so much. And Vina K is awesome. If any of you ever do the HECUA program, you should work with Vina.
I interned with Catholic Charities Migration Refugee Services, so just a big thank you to everyone in the office that was supportive, because I know we all work close together since we're in such a small office, and everyone was really helpful throughout the semester, particularly my supervisor, Ixia. So thank you very much for making such a positive experience throughout the semester.
I think HECUA is about all different.
I thank you guys for welcoming me with, and thank you so much for welcoming me with such big arms,
Cut. Damn it, this isn't good. Okay, hi, I'm Teresa. I'm at the University of Minnesota.
Do you want to do that again?